This young man is going to inspire you to give even more tonight. Brandon Roberson is at his first conclave. Can you please come up to the stage, Brandon?
So as Tom said, good evening. My name is Brandon Roberson. I'm from the Indiana Delta chapter at Indiana State University, and I cannot tell you how thrilled I am to be here at Conclave. Without the generosity of the McCauliffe Society Scholarship and all involved to make this possible, and all those involved to make this possible, I would not be here tonight. First, I want to start off by giving you a background of myself. Grew up as a child in an extremely poor single-parent household. The sixth of 7 kids, I lived in a 4-bedroom apartment. And of course, as you can imagine, my mom had her own room. Growing up as a kid in elementary and middle school, because of my race and the neighborhood I lived in, I was living expectations to others. If you would have asked my neighbor 10 years ago where I would be at 22 years old, they probably said locked up in jail or prison, or asking me, would you like the combo with that for an extra $1 at a fast food restaurant? As I got to high school, my life began to transform. Because of my mentors that have grown in my life, being in extracurricular activities, and getting seriously involved in my church, I was fortunate enough to graduate from high school with academic honors, top 10% in my class, and the first person in my family to do so. Now the fun begins, I get to college. Fall of 2015 comes, and I had no aspirations of joining a fraternity. I was perfectly content with my core group of friends, and I was perfectly content with being a G in my first 2 years. My friends became like my family, like my blood family, and like any other family member, you get absolutely tired of being around them and want to hang around with more people. So I wanted something different, and I joined SigEp. SigEp has changed my life. I've always been a driven guy, both athletic and academics. Served as a student manager for the Indiana State men's basketball team, go Trees, and intramural sports supervisor, participant, and official. Even through college, money has always been tight. But don't feel sorry for me, feel sorry for those I'll be competing in life with, because my SigEp experience has opened my eyes to what I can truly transform my future. I think can transform my future. Because of SigEp, I've gained leadership skills that will be with me the rest of my life. Because of SigEp, I've gotten to network with many individuals on my campus, the Terre Haute community, and the many men and women in this room right now. Because of SigEp, I knew what it was like to be a better person and a better man. The fraternity has transformed me mentally, physically, and socially. I would not be where I am today without my mentors, my family, my church, educators, and this prestigious fraternity. Without SigEp and without many gracious individuals in this room right now, being at my first conclave would not be possible. My request to you is to continue to help provide for those like me who cannot provide for themselves to attend such a great event. Being here tonight has inspired me to seek even greater success. Without SigEp and without this Grand Chapter Conclave, how would a guy like me, who grew up the way I did, end up in a room mingling with great individuals like you? Thank you for your generosity tonight. There are so many of us in SigEp whose lives can be further transformed by attending Conclave, and your generosity tonight will help change the lives of many SigEp brothers like me. I want to leave you with 2 quotes that have stuck with me the rest of in my high school and college career. The first is this: it's not about where you live, it's about how you live. Growing up in what people call the hood didn't define me, regardless of the expectations others had of me because of where I lived. But as how I lived in high school and college, that made me a better person to provide for people like me in the future. The second is, you don't ever look like what you've been through. My life has been through ups and downs, and I can tell you now, I'm ecstatic and blessed to be standing in front of you right now. Never did I think I would be in here in a million years I would be in here without your gracious support. So please continue to help undergraduates like me. I want to say thank you, and thank you for having me here tonight. Thank you.